Hi everybody, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft. I'm back with another video. So if you remember last week we made this beautiful lantern box. I've seen loads of people make it and I thought we'd do something similar but maybe a little bit simpler. So I've got two pieces of white card. One measures 10.5 by 10.5 inches. The other one is 5.5 by 5.5. So we're going to start with the 10.5. All you want to do, it's dead easy, is score all four sides at 1/2 inch and 2.5 inches. So 1/2 and 2.5. And just keep doing that on all four sides. Okay, so you will have that. So, excuse me, we will just fold and burnish it. So take your scissors and on the squares we are going to cut up. We're going to make sort of tabs out of these and remove them bits like that. Okay, turn it this way, do the exact same thing. So you will have this. Now, ow, my knee. It's going to be very similar to last week, but we're going to making it different, and it's going to have a fancy stand. Well, I hope, if it works. So this is the back again. So this will go over here, but this would be the bottom. It doesn't matter which end because they're both the same. So the bottom, this is going to be an opening at the bottom. So we will glue this bit, but we will leave one piece open for now. Then your piece here will be the front. Again, I've done it the same because to cut an aperture out like we did last week, you're going to struggle to get this whole thing through a die cut machine. So if you just use this piece as your front. So what I'm using this week, you can use whatever you want, is I'm using this, which is excuse me, it's Turtle Doves. You get loads of dies with this. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. The only bits I'm using is the die itself, and then I've chose the little holly leaf pieces that I'm going to have all the way round. I will have these on my website. I think I've sold this die for ages and it's really pretty. So I've cut it out of gold this time because I always seem to use silver. And there's the little holly corners, but as I said, you get excuse me, you get 4 different corners. So you could use whatever ones you want, but it's going to kind of be like this. Okay. So what I need to do is you do get another die here, which we are going to cut this out because this has no outside cutting edge. So you could also cut this into the card, but I want vellum behind mine, so I'm gonna cut this die from here. And then also I'm using this die, and I've created these sort of panels, and I'm going to need 3 because I'm going to have them 2 at the side and 1 at the top. I'm not going to have 1 at the bottom because it's going to sit in a stand so you won't see it. Again, I'll probably have these as well, so I've embossed it because it has little holly berries on it. But as I said, you use whatever you want, but I do have them if you want them. So I'm going to cut this out of here. I need to get it sort of in the middle. So you take your holly, and I think I've just threw my piece of card that I need in the bin. Yes, I have. Hang on. I'll have a... No, it's here. So what I did was, you get 2 dies with this. With this one, I've cut out that. Then I've cut one out of gold. So then you take, because again this has no outside cutting edge, so I would put this on here and just die cut this out. But then leave it in the die. Take away the thin die adapter if you've got the Big Shot. Plate back on. Is that right? Put it on, yep. Then turn the die over. Then you need the grey mat and the white Sizzix embossing mat, and that's how you emboss. I have a couple of these, but I'm sure you can get them on Amazon or Sizzix's website. I'll have a look and I'll put a link below if I can. And then it makes a huge difference actually, because if you look now, it's embossed all what would be the little holly. You can see. So it does make a big difference, because when I did it without it, it just looked completely flat. So beautiful die. So all them little bits out. And then it's just a case of gluing that on to your other little piece. Beautiful. So I'm gonna clean up actually. I need to stop flicking pieces of paper all over the place. My craft room is an absolute bomb site on the floor. So again, oh no, that was because I wanted it slightly higher. So I've got a piece of vellum somewhere. So we're doing the same as what we did last week. So I'm going to cut this piece of vellum. Doesn't have to be exact, as long as it covers the back. So I'm going to glue that in there. Then I will take the turtle doves and that will fit perfectly in there. So again, the light will come from behind. So I'm going to glue these vellum on. I'm going to glue my little other strip on and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what we have. Our little vellum front, and I've got my 3 little sort of holly borders. Now, thanks Kitty. This is the box. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use some of them string lights. I have got some of these back in stock because they just flew out. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a few little glue dots on, and I'm basically just going to wrap the lights around rather than using a tea light, because we're going to have the opening at the bottom, and I just think it might be a bit awkward to, you could have the opening at the top if you wanted to, but I've decided to go for the bottom. So I'm just gonna, sorry, my phone never stops. So I'm just gonna stick a few little dots on here. The warm white, I'm going to put them on so I know where I'm sticking them. So the box now, we are going to have, I'm going to glue the top one together. It's the bottom that I'm going to have opening, so I'm going to glue this one first. Like I say, it doesn't matter which, because it's exactly the same. And then this is going to stay like this, because when the front goes on, this will be an opening. So what I'm going to do is take some off here, some off here, like that. So now when we glue this on, our lights, put your lights in like that, and we will glue this on here. Which is why I'm saying we need to make sure the lights are not interfering in the side. So get them out the way. So we want glue these two bits down first, then glue or tape, obviously whatever you prefer. Like that. Try them. There we go. That's so cute. So this bit will close. Yeah, we need to cut a couple of little pieces. But as I said, this bottom, it's going to sit in a stand anyway, so don't worry about that. Might need a bit more glue on the top. So I'm gonna decorate the sides and the top with my little panels. So that's basically the light box part done. Oh, that's so pretty. That's going to be actually really bright on a night time. I love that. And then we're now going to make this fancy stand that I've got in my head. So I will be back in a sec. Okay, so for our stand, the one that I wanted to make's not working, but I've come up with something similar. So we're going to make a sort of recess stand where it will sit in, but the actual stand will be bigger than the recess, but you'll see what I mean. So you need a few pieces of little card. One needs to measure 6 5/8 by 3 1/8. You need 2 little pieces which are both 1 inch deep, so they need to be, one of them needs to be 10 1/8 in length by 1 inch. The other one needs to be 6 1/8 by 1 inch. This is just to decorate the inside, which it's 5.5 by 2, 5.5 by 2 inches. So it's really easy. Take the bigger piece, just score all 4 sides at 1/2 inch. That's that. Now your 2 skinny pieces here. So let me get this right. The longest one, you need to score that, yeah, at 2 1/8, then at 7 3/4, then at, what was that, at 9 7/8. So 2 1/8, 7 3/4, and 9 7/8. Then the smaller piece, you just want to score it at 5 3/4. Okay, let's see how this works. So just fold and burnish this and just cut your little tabs as you normally would. I'm just going to keep doing the bottom right hand corner. But we're going to glue these on the outside. I'm going to show you why. So normally we would just glue them in like that, but they're going to be visible and they're also going to catch the box when we put them in. So glue them on the outside, okay? Because this outside's going to be hidden anyway. So that's your little sort of box here. This is for in here. Of course, you don't have to put anything. You could just leave it, or you could maybe, I don't know, do whatever you want. You could put patterned paper or whatever. So that's going to go in there. Okay, so take your long piece, just fold and burnish the little score lines that we've put in. So it will get stuck around here, you can see here. Now I don't think that's just gonna fit, yeah. So when we glue this on, we want to glue it so that it's at the very top, so that underneath it will be sticking like that, because that's going to be the stand. So the best way is to just put glue on here, and then, as I said, glue this at the very top. Now this has to go under here, so maybe we should have joined it together first just to get that tab under there. So yeah, I think it may be best to glue it together first. Because we want this under here. Like that. Same with that. That needs to go under there. I have to give you a devised measurement on my blog because I think I've made this just a tiny bit too small. So what I'm going to do is just glue that over for now. Yeah, could have been a little bit bigger. I'll give you a bit of a bigger measurement, or just add on a quarter of an inch to the smaller piece. So there's your little recess sort of stand. Yeah, that definitely needed to be a little bit bigger. And then this will sit in there. Now again, I've made another boo-boo. I shouldn't have put them on because it's covering a bit of it. So anyway, but that's your stand. You could do whatever you want to this. You could stamp on it. You might want to use patterned paper, whatever you want. And that just sits in there, and I think that is beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll have all the measurements on my blog. I'll be back again next week. So thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.